Hello, I'm Mauricio. I'm here with the Confused Electrons, and today I'm going to present the SDG Pattern Explorer. This is our solution for bridging the gap between the complex data and the patterns, EPO patterns, and trying to make a bridge to the UN Sustainable Development Goals. So before we dive in, this is a quick overview of what we're going to see. We'll start with the mission and values for the competition, the SDG Pattern Challenge, present our solution, talk about the core AI data enrichment, how we enhance the patterns, the web app and RAG chatbot demo, and the impact and benefit that this can have, and conclusions and future work. So to start, we believe that data holds a lot to our future. It's a key insight source. It can provide clear and actionable insights, and it's also a proxy for global innovation. A lot of the innovation is capturing pattern data, and it aligns a lot, of course, with the SDGs, with the Sustainable Development Goals. And for CodeFEST, we try to develop a platform that connects stakeholders, researchers, and policymakers to make use of this valuable data. So to try to understand trends, understand what the patterns have and what they can do to achieve those global goals. So we're guided by three values. The first one is transparency. We believe that by providing open and accessible data, we can foster greater understanding and collaboration around the SDGs. Second, innovation. We use a lot of innovation in our pipeline, in our system, by using AI-assisted visualization and AI-assisted analysis that hopefully allows us to reveal hidden trends and crucial connections within the SDGs. And thirdly, we aim to generate impact. So from this information, generate actionable intelligence for decision makers. So with our mission clear, the challenge with the patents is that the SDGs are just inside these patterns and are just drowning in the data. So when you look at patents, just a lot of information. There's millions of complex documents that are impossible to analyze manually. So this can result in policy blind spot or missed investments, slow progress, and missed gaps in the research. So with our solution, Patent SDG Explorer is an AI copilot for sustainable innovation. At its core, the Patent Explorer ingests the EPO raw data, and it takes them to a enrichment process using AI processing that classifies the patents using LLMs, large language models, and BERT models for classification. So we take this patents into our models and we tag them with SDG tags, but also generate summaries of the patents. And this gets feed into an interactive web application that's easy to use and can be used, hopefully, to empower users for them to explore the richness of information and of insights in the patents. So two key processes for this is the AI-driven SDG classification. This is to automatically link the patents to specific SDGs by using the technology tags and other processes to understand what the patent is doing and how it contributes to the SDGs. The second one is the technical summary. So run the patent text and abstracts in every text to compress it or to condense it into a technical summary that can be easily understood by decision makers, by researchers, by the general public, and understand how this contributes to the SDGs as well. So I'll quickly go over our app. So here we have the home of our app. Here we talk about our mission, what we're trying to achieve. If you scroll down, we have some of the key features that we're based on. And from the first page, you can see the work that has been done on these patents. You see here the trend in sustainable patents that are patents that have been run through our model, you can see that it has a technology tag, and this technology tag has been linked to an SDG. And this text that's here tries to describe why this patent contributes to the goal number 3, SDG 3, gives us the patent number, and we can look at the patent details in the patent search of EPO. So here are 3 patents that these ones are trending. So that means that these are the latest patents that get fed into the model and get tagged and summarized by the model. So at the heart of the app is the patent distribution. The patent distribution gives us an overview of patents mapped to its sustainable development goal. The patent distribution gives us an overview of the SDGs mapped to its sustainable development goal. At the top here, we have the total number of patents, the top SDG, that is, which is the tag that has appeared the most into the patents that have been classified. Also the coverage, so how many of the SDGs, of the 17 SDGs, are being covered by the current tag. And growth rate, which is just how much the patents are growing year on year. So here you can see the SDG tag and the count of total patents that we get. If you scroll down, we see a global patent distribution, so which countries have the most patents, and a patent filling trend, which is historically how many patents have been filled and how much is it growing year by year. And here we have our first AI generated insights across the SDGs. So with this, we try to classify it into 3 categories. One is emerging trend, a gap analysis, and the key insight. It's quite hard to generate this to condense everything into these 3 texts, but what you're trying to achieve here is to give a general overview of where the data is going, and if there are any gaps in our there are any gaps that are not being covered by the SDGs or by the patents that try to cover SDGs. Down here, we also look at top patent applicants. So these are organizations with the most SDG related patents. So you can see that these companies, they each have their number of patents that have been filed in their countries. And at the bottom, you can see the country on the left. And at the bottom, we see the top SDG focus. So to which one of the SDGs is this company collaborating the most? And this we do with the SDG tagging system that allows us to analyze who is filing the most patents by SDG. So here in the SDG patent distribution, I can select SDG 7. And what this will do is it will take me to the technology for SDG 7. So here I am for technologies for SDG 7, affordable and clean energy. I might need to reload it. Here I am at technologies for SDG 7, affordable and clean energy. These are the technologies that are contributing the most to this SDG. So these 6 technologies, we map them for each of the SDGs after they have been processed by the tag. And you see that there's the technology name, the number of patents, and the yearly growth of this technology. And for each of the SDGs, we generate AI insights, again, in the format of emerging trends, gap analysis, and key insights. If I choose one of these technologies, what will happen is I will query the database in the system to search for patents that are related to battery technologies or to the other technologies that you can choose. And these are the top closest patents that we have ordered by relevancy. So here we have the patent name, title, the patent number, identification number, a similarity score, or how similar is the patent or how relevant is to battery technology. I can see the summary of the patent in here, and I can see why the matching text match with the battery technology, of course. Also, I get the top 5 closest to the technology, and this allows me to download CSV with the summary. Allows me to download a CSV with the summary of what we just saw, basically. So this is useful when you're doing your research, and hopefully it helps out. Additionally, we can explore the SDG. So what this exploration space allows us to do is that we can have conversations with a RAGbot. So here I have a RAGbot which I can ask questions to. I already asked some questions. So here I can ask how many patents you have in SDG 7, and it tells me that it has 3,000 patents related to SDG 7. And if I ask for some examples, it will give me some technology, some areas that are covered by SDG 7. It gives me a brief summary of this. And if I ask for more specific, sometimes it depends on what you ask, but hopefully you can try it on your own and see if there are some useful information that you can pull. But basically our idea with this is through the RAGbot, you can explore the documents and make useful discoveries or insights. We also provide a classification tool, and here you can paste a claim, an abstract, or try to discover how the text you have aligns with the SDGs. Here we provide some examples that you can try. I'll try example 1, which is a vertical farming system. And if I click classify, it will tell me the classification result. It aligns with SDG 2, which is zero hunger, with a confidence score. And below that, it will tell you which one or why the model believes that this text belongs to this category. So you can see how where the attention of the model goes, or where it's highlighting these tokens. And finally, this is about us. Our mission here is to try to leverage all of this information to make it useful. So yes, thank you for listening. I'll go briefly back to our presentation to finish what we're trying to do. So in summary, we generated AI summaries to every patent and generated visualizations that you can use to explore these patents, and a dynamic search with the RAGbot, the chatbot, that you can use to explore the documents. And the RAGbot can answer some, not just keywords, but also some questions, and get answered based on the documents and the patent data. And the chatbot is very easy to use. You just send it a message and it answers back. And it's contextual, so it remembers what you said before and has retrieval of both the full text and the AI generated summaries. And it can give you some innovative prompts, like innovate on this pattern or brainstorm some SDG solutions. So with this, what we want to do is generate some impact innovation for policymakers, investors, and researchers. So in conclusion, we created this AI-powered SDG classification tool with an interactive web app that you can interact with through the RAG-based chatbot. And for future work, we want to expand the data sources, create a constant pipeline of patents, and enhance the SDG models, and also integrate it with community-based features. So this is just an overview of what I just said, the SDG patent classification process, where you define the prompts that are useful for the models, summarize the pattern, extract the SDG information, identify which SDG belongs to, and generate your enriched database. So thank you for the time, and I hope it's been useful. Thanks.